Hello. Hello. There, took care of that echo. Hello, how are you tonight? Roll and Go and Sunflower, how are y'all? Doing okay tonight? I have a little bit of a headache, but not too bad. Sunflower says, Me too, I haven't felt very good the last couple of days. Don't know why. Yeah, I'm hearing that a lot. And I suspect that my headache is because I changed some things in my diet and what supplements I'm taking. Sometimes things just need to clean themselves out. Roland Go said, I'm doing great, thanks. I was thinking today about what you said last night about paying people well. To Sunflower, like you have allergies or just feeling down. Yeah, I know part of mine is allergies. Yeah, Sunflower says allergies. I know part of mine is allergies. Notice I have the husky radio personality voice again tonight. Sunflower says, like, I don't have any energy. That's how I feel tonight. I felt a lot better today during the day. And I started taking golden paste, which is made predominantly with turmeric, which has all sorts of medicinal uses. I'm taking it for inflammation, and my knees after 3 days feel so much better. We'll see if that's just because the weather changed, or if it's from the golden paste as I continue to take it. Roland says, I notice I have itchy eyes. Yeah. You think it might be a grass allergy. If it's if it's like late summer turning towards fall where you are, some of the common allergens this time of year are ragweed. Some people are sensitive to goldenrod. Ragweed's a big one. And if things are starting to like die off, if leaves are beginning to fall, I mean it's a little early for that, but there can be some mold in that too. Or if it's been raining a lot, there can be mold. Sunflower said, maybe like I'm overwhelmed. I started a new college class and my daughter is being homeschooled. Well, yeah, stress can absolutely do it. When I feel overwhelmed, I want to hide, basically. I tend to isolate when I get overwhelmed. Ashley Raiders. Hey, Ashley. That's such a pretty raid. It matches your little hearts you were crocheting. Okay, so let me go back up and see what I'm going to, don't want to miss anything. Roland said, oh, that's a good point. I noticed the way the shadows are falling at noon around the house. It's getting more and more like fall. Yeah, and it was still like in the 80s today, but like now it's cold. You know, I closed some windows and I put on long pants. And last night it got down to 54. Roland said to Sunflower, wow, that's a lot to take on. Please hang in there. Yeah, and just take that from all of us. You know, take care of yourself and hang in there. So it's nice to see you again, Ashley. Okay, I have to ask, Sunflower. I have seen people do that replying to thing in chat and other people's chat. How do you do that? I've only seen that recently. Bum and Maid. Bum and Maid, I saw your post in Discord about the dyes. And you do realize auto carrot is a thing now. Roland said also the crickets are chirping during the day, which is a fall thing to happen. Yeah. Roland or Sunflower said I clicked on the end of the name. There was an arrow at the end. Oh. Oh. Is that new? Or has that always been there and I just never noticed it before? Hey, Veggie. Yarn Spinner, hi. Well, look at everybody hopping on in here. It's only 8 minutes after. Ashley said to Roland, it was definitely better than yesterday, but still felt pretty tired, so I napped a bunch. Bauman Maid said auto carrot has been a thing for me for long enough that I forget where I got it to begin with. Veggie said, yeah, it's new and weird. Veggie's back to knitting. There have been a couple of other things in Streamlabs recently. So Streamlabs must have updated. Because where I edit my commands and things in CloudBot used to be up at the top right underneath the video editor and stuff. And now those are all different and the CloudBot thing is down on the bottom. And instead of opening up a window in my Streamlabs app, it takes me to the website. I'm like, what the heck? Ironleaf Raiders! How are you guys? And Alley Cat's Corner said, hey, came with the raid, but getting ready for bed. Well, thanks for coming in. Even if you can't stay, that's still cool. Okay, how come the shout out for Ironleaf didn't work? That's weird. Ashley's worked. There it is. Huh. I don't see any difference. Oh, maybe timeout. Good point. I always forget about that. So, everybody, if you haven't already, go check out Ashley and Ironleaf. Ashley does coding live on stream and also knits. And Ironleaf makes gorgeous pottery. Mama Maid said there's a default delay time on commands. Yeah, and that makes sense. I just always forget about it. Hey, Fiber Mage. Fiber Mage said, hi, friends. We're having a big storm here. Power is out and the AC with it. Please pray for power. Yeah, be safe. Be safe. I hope your power comes back. You're welcome, Ironleaf. So I'm going to see how much of this hat. If we can get this hat done, I got a skein of blue yarn so I can start the blue one. And then we'll be all caught up except for the scrappy hat. So I went, and Ashley's already heard this, but so I went to the yarn shop today, and my friend wasn't there, and her helper didn't know how to do my store credit. So Lisa's apparently got some sort of a weird system on my card where she keeps track. So I was like, oh, that's okay. I'll just pick up a few things out of pocket. So I got the blue yarn, the blue Kramer Perfection, and I found I'll show you. 47-inch driftwood circular. So we'll do the next pair of socks on this. I also last night after stream, or this morning, or whatever you want to call it, I also ordered a ChiaoGoo 9-inch circular. So I'll try that too. I watched the pink whatever, the pink lady, the pink knitting lady. 47, that was the biggest one. Ashley had suggested 50. 47 was the biggest she had, the size one in the driftwood. I figured that'd probably work, especially since, the first pair I'm only going to do one at a time anyway. So it's kind of overkill, but that way it's long enough if I ever want to do two at a time. Mama Maid said I dropped the long end of my needle earlier and freaked. Then I remembered they're fixed circs, and I did not, in fact, lose a needle down the couch hole. Cool. Yeah, very pink knits. I couldn't remember. The pink knitting lady. I watched her review, and all of her comments made sense to me. So I went with the ChiaoGoo, which was the least expensive of them anyway. And veggie and aubergines. Or, eggplants to us Americans. But I haven't had eggplant in a while. Ironleaf's heading out. Good night, Ironleaf. Say goodnight to them babies for me. So I was very surprised when I went outside today to feed the chickens. It was probably, 2:30 or 3 in the afternoon. And it was very cool in the house. Well, like I said, got down to like 54 last night. And I slept with the down comforter. which I had not kicked off when I woke up early this afternoon. And it was still very lovely in the house, just not cool enough to just barely not quite be chilly. And I opened the door to go out and feed the chickens, and it was like a blast furnace. Mama Maid said, so I'm thinking tomorrow might be some more dye stuff. I really like the Lanisette black. Oh, cool. I'm glad I didn't steer you wrong. So, have you done some dyeing with these new dyes? And when you say tomorrow, do you mean on stream? Because I'll be at work, so I'll be awake. If you wanted to do some dyeing on stream. Yarn Spinner's Tale says, slept with the window open and woke to actually hearing birds singing. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we get birds singing. But I'm usually just like going to sleep at that point. I wake up to the mechanics across the street making all kinds of noise. Mama Maid said, and I want to fill a pan with new fleece. Dump some black on one and let it do its thing and see what happens. Then see how it works on the combs. That'll be cool. So you mean like pour some dye stock on or sprinkle some dry dye on it? Roland Go says to Yarn Spinner Tales, that's really cool to wake up to people talking and hearing birds. Mama Maid said on stream and in the garage so I can actually be heard. I was hella far away from the phone today and just had to hope for the best. Speaking of fleece, like I need more of it, I got down to the cabin today, the weaver's cabin for my shift, and there was a ginormous black trash bag that had a piece of paper with my name on it. It said to me from Linda G. Linda G is one of the ladies and I think she was one of the charter members of our guild back 40 years ago. And it had part of a fleece in it. I have no idea what kind of wool it is, but it's like, oh, looky there. So that's sitting out on my front porch, and maybe this weekend I'll get it washed and then do some combing and then spin it, and then I'll have more white yarn to dye. Roland Ghost says, speaking of birds, I have quite a few hummingbirds showing up. I have a feeling they are getting ready to migrate. They are hitting the feeder every few minutes. Oh, cool. Where do hummingbirds go for the winter? I don't think I've ever thought about where they go. Do they just go to warmer places, or is there like a specific, some birds have a specific place they go? Mama Maid says, the choices are too hard. How dare you give me choices? And then says, ooh, hummingbirds are amazing. I had a hummingbird feeder for a couple of summers and never once saw a hummingbird. So maybe they don't like me. Roland says, Bum and Maid, yes, they hover. They can perch on the little stand. They are so tiny. Coolest birds in the world. Bum and Maid says, south. I figured out that part. Roland said they fly to Central America. Okay, cool. That's a long way. And lots of flapping for their little itty bitty wings that go so fast you can barely see. You know what? Maybe I did get hummingbirds and just couldn't see them because my, eyesight sucks. Yarn Spinner Tale said in the spring we get one hummer for a few weeks, like a scout, and then more. Oh, that's cool. He's got to send his little telepathic messages to the rest of the tribe. So I need to email Linda G and say, hey, thank you. She probably brought it. There was a spin in last night, to which I didn't go because, coronavirus. And she probably brought it for me, expecting me to be there. Roland said, funny thing is, there is this one bird that flies to the same part of the tree, then flies to the feeder back and forth. Huh. There was a bird in the chicken coop. Well, there's always birds in the chicken coop, big birds. But there was a bird, I don't know, a sparrow or something sparrow-sized-ish, trying to figure out how they get in there and they can't figure out how to get out. So, I didn't want the chickens to go out because I was getting ready to leave. And I don't leave them in the yard unattended because they go wandering around the neighborhood and get me in trouble. So I couldn't stand there with the coop door open, or the run, the chicken run. So somehow birds will get in through because it's chicken wire, so it's got kind of big spaces in the wire. And they'll get in there. And then they'll fly around. Ashley said, my head hurts a little, so I'm going to grab a snack and step away from the computer for a bit. I'll be back if I feel better. I hope you feel better. I have a little bit of a headache tonight, too. Things going around. It's probably, aliens shooting some sort of energy beams at us or something. I don't know. Bomb Maid said, we get hummingbird moths, which are pretty cool until they fly at your head. Yeah, I felt the same way about bats. Oh, look, bats. Bunk. It's like, you guys have sonar. You shouldn't be coming that close to my head. Bomb Maid says, feel better, Ashley. Roland says, hope you feel better. Bomba Maid said to Roland, I'd almost bet money you've got a nest in the tree. Look in the area this winter once they've left. The nests are adorable. They look about like a thumbprint cookie. I was just trying to envision how big would a hummingbird nest be, but yeah, it seems like that'd be about right. Roland says, well, on the topic of birds, the other day I was driving and turning a corner. I saw a large bird flying at eye level. I looked to my left, and I saw a hawk carrying a limp squirrel in its talons, a circle of life. I have never seen that before. Wow. Yeah, so long as they're not carrying my chickens. Bomba Maid said, that's cool. Roland said, we don't have any bats anymore. We have them around here, and a few people's houses have bat houses on the side. I had a bat house when I lived in Michigan, but I haven't had one since I've been here. Veggie says, Tetris. Yeah. Yeah, now that you mention it. See, I keep complaining that I haven't been hearing my Hobbit song, but it's probably playing and I'm just not noticing because I'm distracted. Yarn Spinner Tail said, we had an eagle nest a half-mile down the road. Saw the eagle on the nest. Bald eagle or another kind of eagle? That's very cool. I've not seen eagles around here. I see whatever it is that groups of them circle. Because they're waiting for something to die or they see something dead. Although we had a hawk that would land on our fence from time to time. And then there was one time it tried to snag a hen, but the rooster got all crazy on it. Yarn Spinner says, later saw the pair flying and hunting, must have raised a chick. Bald eagles. Very cool. We used to see those when I lived in northern Michigan, but I don't know if we've got any around here. Roland said there's another streamer here, across from the dungeon, who lives in Queensland, Australia, and they have the worst bats there. They're fruit bats, and they are dirty and wrecked her daughter's wedding, which they tried to have at a park. Aww. Oh, see, the bats we have here are good bats. They eat like mosquitoes and stuff. Bum Maid said to Veggie, hummingbird moths are large bugs that hover, and they love the bush on my front porch. Oh, Veggie said, the first time I saw a real hummingbird, I had to do a double take. I thought at first it was a large bird hovering because Texas. Or a large bug. Large bug hovering. Yawning already. Good thing it's a short stream tonight, right? 3 hour. We call 3 hours a short stream around here. Roland said there's a streamer who plays guitar and he is on 9 hours at a time. 9 hours, that's dedication. That's a long time to play guitar. And my fingers would be sore. Do they sing as well? Because if they do, that's a long time to sing. Roland said to Bauman Maid, I've never heard of those. Bauman Maid says, Google may or may not be your friend on that one. Veggie said, out of all the moths I've seen, those are probably the cutest. And Roland said, no, he just plays guitar. I found several musicians on Twitch that I watch from time to time. And even a handful of people on Twitch Sings who are really good. I haven't seen as many of them around. It seems like lately there are fewer and fewer people live on my follow list. Bomba Mate said the hummingbird moths are awesome until they try to get caught in your hair and then they can all go die. Veggie says June bugs, bleh. Yes. Now, what are your June bugs? Because when I was growing up in Virginia, we called the cicadas June bugs. Here, cicadas are cicadas and June bugs are these little brown things. Some sort of a little brown beetle. Veggie said once they invade the safe space, it's over. We had a few cicadas this year. It was supposed to be a big year, like the 17 years. But 17 years ago, I remember it being a really big deal. This year, I heard them a little bit in the distance. I don't think I saw any. Bauman Maid said, June bugs are terrible. What even is the point of that bug? They have no aim or anything. And Veggie says, no, they have aim. They're just trolls. Yarn Spinner Tales said, we call June bugs hard shells and they are not little. So are they cicadas? Are they like iridescent and they make the big gangs of them hang out in trees and make a horrible noise? And it hurts like hell if they fly into you? Veggie says, ooh, look, a face. Look at me collide with it. Yeah. The windshield of your car as well. Bauman Maid has posted a link. Okay, so some of those look like what people here call June bugs. They're fairly small. Well, the size of my thumbnail. And they don't seem to do anything except hang out on my screen door. Oh, and the cat likes to chase them. The cat also likes to chase stink bugs. And she also likes to eat the stink bugs, which is disgusting. It's the reason they call them stink bugs, you know. Bauman Maid says cicadas are different. Yarn Spinner says, no, bugs that fly, bugs that fly as if it was drunk. And Veggie said, that's what they want you to think. It's the drunken master effect. Yeah, I don't know why, but like I said, when I was a little kid, growing up in Norfolk, we called the bugs I now know as cicadas, we called June bugs. We were obviously wrong. Baba Maid said, I'm talking specifically about the brown ones, roughly the size of a thumbnail, but built like a dune buggy, flies like Evel Knievel, on crack with a blindfold on. Yeah, they must be drunk on the weather down there or something. Or maybe they've been sucking on a cactus. Flying Shep says, hey chat, I have a netting question. Ask away. Veggie says, that will be $5. And Veggie says, pay me directly. Okay, where'd the music go? Flying Chef said, in my pattern it says, one stitch move on right needle, then knit till end. Why wouldn't you knit from the start? Okay, is it asking you to slip the first stitch? And then, yeah, see, I think I would consider that to be slipping. Because you slip the stitch, it gives you a very even edge. If you slip the first stitch of every row. And also, if you're going to be seaming that, it gives you a lot more distinct place to stitch. Or like on the heel flap of a sock, it makes it easier to see where to pick up the stitches for the gusset. So there are a lot of reasons. So could be any of a number of reasons. Bauman Maid said that's a confusing way to say slip the first stitch. I agree. Yes, it makes a nice even edge. You're welcome. Hello, Her Heart Crafts. How are you? Her Heart Crafts says, I'm good, was lurking in Ashley's stream and was in the raid. Well, I'm glad you came on over. I was lurking at Ashley's too. I lurked at Ashley's and I was lurking at Iron Leaf, going back and forth between the two and mostly listening. And then they both raided. Bauman Maid said, these socks are going to have a humongous heel on them. I went through all the steps and wound up with 9 extra stitches on the sole, where I should have only had 1 extra. So I just decreased those down and moved on. But holy heel room, Batman. Is it gonna fit okay? Veggie says, we were all lurking. Her Heartcraft said, I do need some sleep though. I'm going to be hanging out with my future roommate tomorrow. Well, that sounds like fun. I hope it is fun. Bauman Maid said, it's fitting okay so far. Yeah, I can't, I'm not going to be here as late tonight because I have to work in the morning. So, as per usual for Thursday night, we'll be having a 3-hour stream instead of 4. Yarn Spinner Tail says, Bauman Maid, you are so picky about your socks. And Bauman Maid said, I'm not ripping these back. I'm determined to make this crap work this time. Veggie said, I think I have extra rows on my sock. Oh well. Bauman Maid said, the second sock, I'll experiment with a different heel for toe up, and nobody will need to know they don't actually arch. Thank you, Auto Carrot. Her Heartcraft said, yeah, she was going to make lunch, so I'm going to have authentic Chinese food. I know we will be having rice with eggs and tomatoes mixed in. Sounds yummy. Yarn Spinner Stale says, blame the yarn. To which Bauman Maid responds, I always blame the yarn. Her Heartcraft said, yeah, I think it'll be fun. Or says, it'll be fun, I think. We will be playing Pokemon. Cool. Veggie says, that's what you get when you don't use a row counter during this stream. Bauman Maid said, it's never my fault. Or the fact I'm a total noob. Nope, that can't probably be it. Can't possibly be it. Veggie says we are all master crafters. That's right. We are. Mama Maid says hashtag questionable science. All right, who's making me yawn? Mama Maid said that was Veggie. What was Veggie? Making me yawn? Yarn Spinner Tail says Discord is confusing me. In what way is it confusing you? It says if I hit your link, I go to a Discord with JK Knits and other. Well, that's weird. Well, now a lot of those people might very well be in my Discord, but you should get Snoring Cat Fiber Arts. Anybody else having trouble getting to mine? Sunflower, who's been on vacation? JK Knits? Yarn Spinner said, so if I want you to show up on my page, I have to send you a link. I'm not sure if I'm following. Right. Are you trying to get on my server, Yarn Spinner's Tales, or are you trying to invite me to yours? As if you're inviting me to, if you have your own Discord and you're trying to invite me, you need to send me a link. Because when I go to mine, down the left side, I have a list of, the little circles with the that go to all of the other people's channels that I am subscribed to or a member of or whatever. And then down at the bottom, I have there's my own. Because you can only go to my channel when I'm live. I don't understand why. Can you go to other people's channels when they're not live? Fibermate says apparently Wi-Fi is shoddy too. Well, that's crappy. Still storming there, Fibermage? Yarn Spinner says only if on my channel from my invite, I guess. Bauman Maid said you're not listed as part of her channel. Did you do the whole accepting invites thing? Bauman Maid only does Discord on mobile. Yeah, I don't have any other ideas. Yarn Spinner says on iPad, so app also. Bauman Maid said if the power is out, the Wi-Fi is out. It needs the powers. Making some progress on this here hat. So yeah. So have you followed the link, Yarn Spinners? Have you followed the link that shows up in chat from time to time? Because that should get you in. You should be able to, accept that as an invite. Yep, there it is. Which might take you actually to a browser, and then you can accept the invite. And then that'll make you a member of my channel, so you should be able to go there anytime. Yeah, what Bauman Maid said. Takes her to an app, then ask her to open it in the app, or takes her to a browser, then ask her to open the app, and then she can finally accept the invite. That's what I was thinking had happened when I have followed people's links. Bauman Maid said, Discord is a process for me. If you see me talking in chat about stuff and then asking for Discord, particularly after the link is already in chat, it's because I have to open the stream on my phone to get the link. Yarn Spinner Tail said, I'm back. Bouncing between Discord and Twitch booted me. I'm sorry. Yeah, I had been using Discord just as a messenger platform to talk to a couple of my friends for several years, and didn't really realize there was all of this channel business until I got onto Twitch. Yes, my link takes you to my Discord channel. And Yarn Spinner says, but does not then ever show up in the Discord app. It should. Okay, if it's opening Safari, it should give you a thing to click to go back into your app. And then that will let you accept the invite to my channel, and then you'll be a member of my channel. But you can, on the side, there are icons that you can tap to go to any of the channels that you're a member of, including your own. Yes. Yes, if you want to go to your own channel, you just have to click on your own icon over on the side. Okay, and Bauman Maid is doing all sorts of Discord wizardry trying to help you out. So I guess maybe the question I need to ask Yarn Spinner is, were you trying to go to my Discord, or are you trying to go to your own Discord? You were clicking the link here in the stream. Right, and that goes to my Discord. Yeah, Bummaid is thinking that you're trying to get to mine, but the invite isn't taking you to the app to be able to accept it. This would be so much easier if we were all in the same room. Okay, accepted friend request. Now, friend request is different from an invite to a channel. Friend request lets you see when the other person is on so you can have conversations with them. And Veggie says, once you're in, you can check Discord servers you're in. Mama Maid said, okay, I sent an invite to Snoring Cat's channel. Hopefully it allows me without being a mod. I have no idea. And I never even thought about mods. Mama Maid said, I think if it wasn't going to let me, it would have given me a warning or something. And Veggie says, yay, we did it. And Mama Maid said, she's there. Well, welcome. Welcome, Yarn Spinner. We're not like overwhelmingly active there. Actually, some of these guys are more active there than I am. Because, I forget that I'm supposed to do stuff over there. I need to be more attentive. And Veggie says, we meaning you guys. Exactly. Yarn Spinner says, and another ad I will return. I'm sorry. I don't have any control over that I'm aware of. Yarn Spinner says, yes, it worked and is how I wanted it. All right. Well, I was going to say, glad we could help, but I'm not sure how much help I was. Glad everybody else could help. Very cool. Hey, Drunken Lab, how are you? Drunken Lab asks, what are you making? I'm okay. I woke up at 6 a.m. sleeping with my arms above my head. Apparently, I'm sore. How are you? I'm doing okay and working on a hat. And this is a hat that will be donated to someone in the homeless community in the area where I live, probably down in the city of Pittsburgh. Oh, well, thank you. This week we've been working on adult hats and children's mittens that'll all be donated. Sunflower said, I'm going to bed since I'm not feeling well still. I'll catch up on the stream tomorrow. Well, we'll see you soon. And I'll be off for the weekend because I have to work, but I'll be back here Sunday night. But you're always welcome to watch the VODs, the recorded videos on my channel, if you ever miss anything and want to catch up. I always get weirded out when I'm watching other people's videos because I forget that I can't participate in the chat. So they'll say something and I'll start typing. It's like, no, wait. It's not really happening. What I will do when I get to the top is, when I get about this far, I'll start doing decrease rounds where I'll like knit 6 and then knit 2 together all the way around and then knit a row and then knit 5 and knit 2 together all the way around and keep alternating like that until I do knit two together all the way around, and then I'll just cut the yarn and draw it through. So it'll be like this, where you can see how I did the decreases. And then it'll be just a little bit slouchy. Veggie says, don't let your second socks languish for so long without notes. Huh? I'm so confused. I don't usually let my second socks languish. Drunken Lab said, I did finish my hat yesterday, but it's a tad too tall. Well, then it can be slouchy. I don't know what's fashionable where you live, but it's more like a cone head. Will it soften up after it's been washed, if you wet finish it? It's not that big, but just a little. And sometimes if you put a pom-pom or a big tassel on the top, it will, it'll help it, moosh itself down a little bit. It's acrylic, okay. Baumamaid said, General Twitch app for iPad tutorial posted in Snoring Cat's Discord server in the general channel. Well, cool, and thank you very much. Oh, and Flying Shep suggests rolling up the bottom of the hat. That's also a thought. Like fold up the cuff maybe to take up some of the space. Drunken Lab said, I would, but it's a fair wind. And if I do it too much, you'll see the stitching. Oh, yeah, what we call a fair isle. Or you could just pull it down. Just pull it down over your ears and your face. Or, just wear it the way it is and dare people to say anything about it. Bauman Maid said sisters, not twins. Drunken Lap said, yeah, screw the world, I'll just cover my eyes. Okay, Veggie and Bauman Maid, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I think I missed something. Oh, wait, okay, I missed it. One of Veggie's posts. She says, I'm having trouble finding out how many rows I did before the heel on the first sock to make it match the second sock I am working on now. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because you let it languish too long and now you don't remember. So that's why Bauman Maid responded, sisters, not twins. Yarn Spinner said, lots of sock knitters make and wear total opposite socks, seen on the Sock Madness rivalry group. When I was in junior high, my friends and I used to trade one sock of a pair. And we'd wear mismatched socks all the time, much to our mother's chagrin. Drunken Lab said, I'm already a crazy knitting person, 30 Celsius, and was so excited about my first finished project hat set. There was just we'll wear it in the summer. When I used to vend at the farmers market, a couple of times people would buy hats and they'd wear them. It's like it's 90 degrees out in there. Yeah, but they're like, yeah, but I like it. It's like, but it's 90 degrees. Bomb and Maid said sock madness seems like utter madness. Yes, it does. It does. And Yarn Spinner says patterns are awesome though. Yeah. Although I didn't see that many this year that I would have cared about. You know, it's like some years it's like, oh, I like all of those. And this year I was kind of meh about most of them. I mostly knit vanilla socks though, so because I like to just showcase all the pretty colors. Bomb and Maid, like in the help, it's 94 degrees out there. Oh, well, I better put on my coat. Yeah, exactly. Drunken Lab said, I donated my hair 2 years ago from butt length to shaven off in December. I lived with a beanie on for weeks at least. So cold without hair. I don't know how men do it. You know, yeah. My hair's been long since I was like 10. I don't even know. I don't even know how I'd deal with it. And I would feel so naked. I would have to wear a hat too. Just, to hide behind. But wow, from butt length to shaven off, that's a big change. I would probably feel like I was like 20 pounds lighter. Like taking off heavy shoes. Drunken Lab said it was liberating though. I have very thick, dense, long hair. It's extremely heavy. It felt really weird shaving off. Yeah, like I said, I can't even imagine. Bomb and Maid said on a scale from 1 to hold my beer, how bad of an idea would it be to use acid dyes on my hair, just the ends? Boy, it would depend on the dyes. I'm not sure. I think they all have metals in them. I've seen people use Kool-Aid on their hair, and technically Kool-Aid are acid dyes, but obviously, dyes that are meant to be food safe. They always say to not use your pans that you're going to cook in to dye yarn in. So I probably wouldn't. Veggie said, I wish I had the nerve to do that. Yeah. Like I said, my hair's been long for a long time. I can't even imagine. My mom always kept it cut short when I was a kid, but by about the 5th grade, she had started letting me grow it out. And by 7th grade, it was past my belly button. It's not that long anymore. It won't grow that long anymore because my hormones are all a mess. Drunken Lab said, oh, you know that feeling when you've been walking on a treadmill for a while and you step off and you feel like everything moves faster? It feels like that. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. Flying Shep said, when I got my hair cut from really long to crop. The hairdresser kept asking me why and if something happened. No, I just want cool hair. Well, you know why they asked that is because when I worked in a salon, they said a lot of times if a woman wants to make a drastic change, it's because something drastic has changed in her life, usually like a divorce or a breakup from a very serious relationship or something. And she said it's amazingly common for women to dye their hair red after they've left a long-term relationship. And to be absolutely honest, that was when I dyed my hair red, leaving a relationship. Yarn Spinner's Tale says, well, ends can be cut off. Just don't dunk too deep. But see, I don't know. You would have to go through the whole steaming process and stuff. Because, your hair's a protein fiber. So you'd have to steam it just the same way you would do with wool. So yeah, you'd have to think about that. Mama Main said, I don't want to eat out of the bowl after the hair dye has been in it either. Yeah. But I don't think the salon has to steam your head to set the color either. Right, but they're using a different sort of dye. And some of them do put you under the hair dryer. So some of them are heat set. Not all of them. Okay, you guys are getting ahead of me. Drunken Lab said, well, I won't be using my mouse for a while. Cat decided to lay on the mouse pad. You're not paying enough attention to the cat, apparently. Mama Mate said, you didn't need that anyway. Veggie said, haha, I dyed mine a red shade too. Yeah, as I had the red dye on my hair processing, my friend who was doing it said, it's really common for women to dye their hair red after a big breakup. Drunken Lab said, I shaved my head into a mohawk when I ended one of my relationships. It's like a so there sort of a statement. Flying Chef said, I dyed my hair red right after cutting it off too. Veggie said, so cool, Drunken Lab. Mama Mate said, I'm going to dye some crazy yarn and bring that into the salon and say, make my hair like this. All the fluorescence. Yeah. And they'll be like, that'll be $450, please. My stepdaughter went down to the salon to ask. She wanted to have the green stripped out because there was still some green from a previous dye job that had mostly faded, but she wanted to have that stripped out and have it bleached and then have some, I don't forget what kind of thing. And they said it would take 3 sessions and it'd be $350. Like, okay. And we don't even live in the big city. Drunken Lab said, I've never dyed it red though. I did do pink, green, and blue. Yeah, back when I was coloring my hair, we didn't have all those cool colors. And now I just feel like I'm too old. I see women my age with like purple hair and stuff, and I'm like, really? Although I really like that thing where your hair just looks normal, but then if you lift it up, the underneath is like a rainbow or something. I want that. But I don't know if I have enough hair. My hair's thinned considerably. Sarah Sparkle, how are you? Bauman Maid says, Dharma has cold set dyes. I wonder if that would be closer. Okay, now you make sure you're reading the toxicity information on the on these dyes. Because I don't want to find out that you've died. Please no, I'm not actually planning to do this. You can get all the colors. You can order them from Amazon. It's where my stepdaughter keeps getting them. Keep getting all these notifications from Amazon. Your order is on the way. So I looked and see, what did I order? Oh, on your ordered hair dye again. What color are we going to be this month? So although what she just did was really cool, she just, after the last green fiasco, apparently green is difficult. But after the last green that she was unhappy with, she just dyed black over the top of all of it. And then sometime in this week, she dyed bleached half of her head. So she's blonde on one side, like kind of strawberry blonde on one side and black on the other. Although it makes getting a good part much more difficult. And I think she's thinking about bleaching out the blonde half some more and then doing blue over it. So that'll be interesting to see. She's 19, you know. Times are different than when I was 19. Veggie said, once I get up the nerve to get my hair done, it's going blue. Well, cool. Well, and and I said I feel like I'm too old. I do know women my age who have done cool colors in their hair, and it's awesome. But then I see others and think, what are you even doing? Mama Maid said, I get the dye on my hands and I'm colorful for a week after. I could imagine this running after I wash it and my neck would be all tie-dyed. Yeah, or it'd be all over your clothes, get caught in the rain, or sweat hard. And all of a sudden your shirt's all the pretty colors. Flying Shep said to Mama Maid, I'd suggest getting your hair bleached at a salon for least damage, then chuck on semi-permanent dye at home, much cheaper. Mama Maid said, could you imagine doing that with a speckled skein? And the hairdresser just looks at me like I should be committed. It's like, here, I have a challenge for you. Drunken Lab said, never too old to dye any color you want. Screw what people think. Yeah. I guess I sometimes worry too much about that. Mama Maid said, if I do go colorful, the whole thing will be in a salon. I would definitely have it done in a salon. Because the kind of thing I would want, I couldn't do myself. Veggie says to Mama Maid, it wasn't the skein. Mama Maid said, my hair will grow out and get cut. I can change it during my once a year trim. Yeah, well, see, and that's the thing is my hair is long and my hair doesn't grow very fast. So whatever I do, I'm going to be stuck with for a long time because I don't want to cut my hair short just to get the color off of it. Flying Shep said, I've seen an older lady with green hair. It was the coolest thing. Yarn Spinner said, this dyeing hair wild colors was a thing when my daughter was in high school 20 years ago. Well, yeah, and all the fluorescent colors were, well, no, that was more like 30 years ago. All the fluorescent colors were popular like when I was in massage school. Mama Maid said, I saw a girl in a drive-thru with amazingly green hair. She said it took more than a year to land on the perfect shade with her hair person, and there were copious notes taken for the repeats. Yeah, it can be hard. It can be really hard to get, one of, when I was right out of massage school, I worked in a salon for a long time. And I would trade hair coloring with one of the stylists for massages. And she was really good, but not everybody in the salon was really good with color. And she said she made more money doing color corrections for people who had dyed their hair at home or gone to a cheap salon than she did actually coloring hair. Because a lot of people really mess it up. Flying Chef said green stays in your hair until you cut it off. It's a commitment. Some reds will do that too. Drunken Lamp. Bauman Maid said, my mother-in-law is edging out 70, has the most beautiful silver white hair, and uses hair chalk. She comes out with rainbows on a regular basis. But see, with my respiratory system, I wonder if I'd be breathing that. But that'd be cool because that washes right out, doesn't it? But yeah, my hair, I have a little silver right around my face, but just enough that people who haven't seen me in 6 months ask me, oh, have you had your hair highlighted? It's like, no, that's gray. My hair is still mostly my natural color. So if I was going to do any of the things I would want to do would require bleaching, and I don't really want to do that. That is such a big commitment. Baba Maid said that once a year thing isn't a lie. I get it cut when I can sit on it. I didn't realize your hair was that long. Mine is, how long is mine these days? Well, the little wispy ends that I should have cut off are to my waist. If I got it trimmed to where I should get it trimmed to, I'd be just at the bottom of my bra strap. But like I said, when I was, in 7th and 8th grade, my hair was past my belly button and very, very thick and heavy. And, then when I was, and then I let my aunt thin it and it never quite grew back right. But then when I was 18, I became a vegetarian, and I don't have the genetics to be a vegetarian. And my hormones are completely and totally mucked up. And one of the results of that was that my hair thinned. Bomb and Maid said so I could get it cut, dye the ends, and just go in every other month and get a new color added to have a rainbow to cut off by the end. Well, that makes sense. Drunken Lab said, okay, enough cat piss off. Oh, is that what the dots were? Cat on the keyboard? My cat she'll lay, because I shove the keyboard, way back towards the monitor, so I have this space for, knitting and stuff. And the cat will come and lay here. And then she'll lean on the keyboard, and I'm like, why are all these windows popping up on my monitor? It's like, oh, because the cat's laying on the keyboard. Veggie. Drunken Lab said, I don't like when she gets near my PC cables. She gnawed through my webcam cable too. Oh, man. I had a rabbit that would chewed through my husband's Ethernet cable. Bauman Maid said, I had a dog that chewed through a live wire and pooped himself. Oh, no. Oh, only chewed one cord. Yeah, boy learned his lesson. I'm glad it wasn't worse than just pooping himself. Bauman Maid said, yeah, the chalk washes out every time and doesn't stain. Is it a spray, or do you brush it on? I might have to look into that and see whether it's contraindicated for respiratory issues. Bauman Maid said, it's not right now, but if I push myself out of bed on my elbow, I will catch it under my elbow and make myself, oh no. And that probably hurts. And she says, yes, this has happened before. But actively sitting on it when it's down is the sign I need to get a trim. I have a friend whose hair grows. It just grows and grows and grows and grows. And I don't think she's ever had it, actually, because she gets it trimmed. but I don't think she's ever had it cut. And she mostly wears it up because she was a nurse for a long time, and just got in the habit of always having it up. And her mom would always cut it for her, but her mom died a couple of years ago, so about once a year she has her special scissors that her mom always used to cut her hair. And she drives up here. She lives about an hour away now. And she drives up here and she lets me trim her hair for her. I cried the first time she asked. Drunken Labs had been learning to knit for a few days now and already having knitting withdrawal symptoms. I couldn't cast on anything yesterday because I'm waiting for my round needle set I ordered. Oh no, they're not here yet. Hopefully they'll come soon. My 9-inch Chagu is coming on Saturday, supposedly. We all know how the mail is these days. Well, it's UPS, so. But still, even, everybody's Amazon orders are getting all messed up and taking longer. But I got this today at the yarn shop, so I can, the next the next pair of socks will either be Magic Loop or on that darn little needle. We will see. I need to dye some dang sock yarn. Baum and Maid said I go from hip length to just below my shoulders in one cut. Smile and tell the hairdresser I'll be back in a year or so. They never believe me, and I rarely get one more than once in a row. Your hair grows that fast in a year. Wow. Maybe I wonder what your combination of diet and genetics and living where it's warm all year. Drunken Lab says, sitting behind the PC annoyed, I just want to feckin' knit. Yeah, I know. I got stuff at my house you could knit. You can just come on over. Of course, it's, 12:30 a.m. where I am. I don't remember where you are in the world, but I'm thinking that you're very far away from me. Bomba Maid said, and all the hairdressers here seem to be fairly short. They put the chair on the floor to cut my hair because I'm too tall in the seat. Drunken Lab said, when I shaved 2 years ago till now, I've gone to the hairdresser 3 times and cut my hair 1 time at home, and it's below shoulder length. Wow, that's fast too. Yeah, that's really fast. Mama Maid said hers is a weird chalk pencil type thing, and the consistency is kind of creamy. Think similar to that liquid powder makeup stuff or cream eyeshadow in a lipstick tube almost. She found it on Amazon, and the stuff works amazing on her near white base like her hair. Yeah, I have a friend who's got the most gorgeous long. She keeps it a little past shoulder length, like maybe armpit length, and it's the most beautiful silver I've ever seen. I have such a crush on her hair. It's so pretty. But then right under the nape of the back of her hair is still dark. But the only time you see it is if she puts her hair up a certain way. Bomba Maid said, I ordered Chagu interchangeables, just a couple tips and a couple cord lengths. I really like these fixed circs, but prefer a much shorter tip than these. Drunken Lab said, sure, I'll come over. I'll start swimming after my breakfast. Okay, I'm in the... Okay. Yeah, I thought you were over on the other side of the water there. So you'll swim, and then you'll hit land, and then it's probably another 8 hours by car to where I am. Bomba Maid said, watch for sharks. They get up at here on Shark Week. And I've been hearing about a lot of sharks being sighted, near the shore in various parts of the Atlantic. Bomba Maid said prenatal vitamins do wonders for hair. even if you're not actually pregnant. You know what? I've heard that. Hair and nails. And if I have to work really hard to get enough protein in my diet. If I get enough protein, my hair does a lot better. But it's hard. It's expensive to eat as much protein as my body wants. And she says, my nails grow fast too. Drunken Lab said, Balma Maid, is that the hair color wax for dark hair, curly hair? I so want to try. Oh, I saw ads for, it was like this hair wax that was in a little plastic jar. There was all the bright colors. I forgot about that. And you're supposed to be able to use it over dark hair. My hair's not dark. My hair is like, see if I can get it in the camera. My hair's like that color. Well, that doesn't look completely accurate. But my hair's something like that. Mama Maid said, I wish I had my mother-in-law's hair. She keeps it above shoulders and has a huge undercut, and even then it's thicker than mine. I want my hair down to my butt and very thick like it was when I was like 12. Veggie says, swim faster. Mama Maid said, I have no idea, to be honest. It's really cool because there's no weird chalk dust with it. Yeah, so something like that might work. I would need help in the application of it, though, I'm sure, because I'm a dork. And, and I don't do my hair or my makeup or any of that kind of stuff, so, I'd be like a 7th grader trying to learn how to put her makeup on. Drunken Lab said, yeah, this is the first summer I don't have an undercut. It's so damn sweaty in the summer. And then said, my hair is nearly black, so the hair wax would be the only thing that works. And I really want to get it, but I can't find any of the U.S. brands here. Like, could you order it from, it probably, shipping would be a lot, probably. And then that would be if they'd even allow anything from the U.S. in at this point. Because, we're all contagious and stupid about it. Yeah, the way things are going, the way people are acting about the coronavirus, nobody would ever have to invade us. They just need to wait a couple more years and we'll all be dead. Drunken Lab said shipping would be double the price of the jar, and you need like half a jar if you want to do your whole head. Yeah. Veggie says, hey, my rights. Yeah, that's right. Mama Maid said, I don't know the exact brand, but it's similar to these. Oh, and Veggie's playing dead. Oh. Yeah, I would so need help with that. But that looks like fun. That looks like sort of eyeshadow pencil things we had when I was a teenager. Wow, and that's not that expensive. So I want to see one of these in her hand so I can see how big they actually are. Oh, okay, so it's like an ink pen or a... Huh. I shall put those on my wish list. Wait, is there an option to put it on my... Okay, oh, there it is, add to list. Okay, put that on my wish list. Hi, honey bunny. Oh no. Okay. Oh, thank you. Mama May said it's like a crayon for the hair. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and for $15 and prime shipping, I might be willing to, Waste $15 to see if they're fun. Reggie said those look awesome, and Drunken Lab said from ORS are really good. Let me find a silver. Gray Galaxy, that might be fun. I need a purple one. Well, I guess that Mystic is the closest. So we'll put that on the wish list. You guys are troublemakers. Drunken Lab said you have to put it on damp, wet hair, though. And then can you brush or comb through it? Or does it is it like stiff? Bama Maid said that's going to be like pomade. The ones my mother-in-law uses don't hold her hair in place at all. And Drunken Lab said, nah, it's not. It'll dry up nice when you diffuse, blow it dry. Oh, so I have to blow it dry. I could not tell you how many decades it's been since I've blow dried my hair. Yarn Spinner Tail says, well, I'm signing off. Got a 10 a.m. appointment. Good night, y'all. Good night. Sleep well. I hope your appointment goes well. Thanks for hanging out with us. Drunken Lab said, yes, you can brush through it. Bama Maid said, we are not. We're angels. Yeah, you're enablers is what you are. You get me in all kinds of trouble. So, Veggie asked if it's flaky, and Drunken Lab said no. So, okay, all good to know. Bama Maid said, blow drying long hair is a pain in the ass. I just get it the best I can with a towel and then sit outside for 10 minutes. Yeah, I just let my hair, I rub the towel or squeeze the towel. When I worked in the salon, I was taught to never rub a towel on your hair. I squeeze it, wrap it up in the towel and squeeze it to get the moisture in, transfer the moisture into the towel. And then I just let it hang and dry however it wants to. And then when it's, once it's dry, because of course by now it's all flat to my head, I sort of bend over and, do this in it with my fingers against my scalp to fluff it up. Bauman Maid said, that's what I said, angels. She said, if you want to pronounce that enablers, that's on you. Bauman Maid said, I rub it, I'm a heathen. Well, as fast as your hair grows, you're probably not, you're not at risk of damaging it. But we already knew you were a heathen, young lady. It's a good thing I like heathens. There is like all kinds of like wool and fibery stuff stuck to my microphone. It's like, what the heck? You'd think somebody had roving and fleeces and things around here. Because, there's the little spongy covering over the little wind deflector thing. And all the fibers stick to it. Drunken Lab said, just YouTube ORS Color Blast if you want to see it. It works amazing on dark textured hair. Cool. Veggie said, heathens. Yeah, heathen with a big purple heart. Bomba Maid said, in the colder times of year, though, my hair takes ages to dry. It's terrible. Drunken Lab said, even brighter probably on light hair. And said, Bomba Maid scrunching it firmly with a t-shirt or microfiber towel has decreased my drying time significantly. Bomba Maid said, my hair has no texture. Many a stylist has attempted to make my hair bigger and curlier and stiffer, and my hair gives not one fuck. It's like the deflated Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony. My hair was always just limp. Even when it was thick and heavy, it was just limp. And then at some point in my late 20s, I started noticing that if I had my hair up on really humid days, I'd be getting all these little ringlets, like around the back of my neck and the side of my face. It's like, who are you? And where did you come from? And then when I was working at the salon as a massage therapist, they'd all be like, oh, your hair has so much body. And I'm like, where? It's like it never did before. Yeah, I bet you they used all kinds of products trying to plump your hair up. Drunken Lab said, many hairdressers here don't know what to do with curly hair, to be honest. Only really curly hair salons know what to do with it. Yeah. Yeah, it's like hairdressers learn how to deal with the hair of the predominant ethnicity of the area where they live, in my experience. Okay, Bauman Maid has posted a link. Yep. See, that was me most of my life. But it wouldn't deflate. That's just the way it was. Bauman Maid said that is my hair when someone tries to do stuff to it other than braid or put in a ponytail. Drunken Lab said, I went to a different salon last time. And she I don't know what that word is. Ring something? My hair and scrunched it with wax, and it was just a big old mess. Oh, ringed. And it was just a big old mess. I looked like a giant hair knot. Aww. Mama Maid said they were trying to make you a candle. And Drunken Lab said she hurt me too. Oh, man. Mama Maid said, I'd have been like, see ya, going elsewhere, and I ain't paying. Drunken Lab said, I want to go to this salon called Morango Curls. It's like 3 to 4 times the price of a regular hairdresser, but she's like the guru of curls. Oh, that's cool. Bama Maid said, funniest thing, the best haircut I have ever had was done by a young man with Tourette's. Huh. The best, back in my, okay, and this is so embarrassing, back in my mullet days in the late 80s, the best haircut I ever had was, oh, nice. Yeah, that's 2 quarts. This young man at a beauty school. He did a fabulous job. Drunken Lab said, have you seen the clown guy here on Twitch? Veggie says, mullet? Say it isn't so. It was kind of a thing in the late 80s. 1986, maybe? And I kept it until, God, I don't know, a few years. And boy, growing that out was hell. I used a lot of mousse and those little tuck combs that everybody was using in the early 90s. Just to keep it back out of my face while it was growing out. Bama Maid said, I don't believe so. Drunken Lab said, he's a man tattooed completely as a clown. He's an amazing hairdresser. Sorry, my typing is crap this morning, only 7 a.m. here. Well, some days my typing is crap all the time. And I'm, especially if I'm on my phone. I'm better on a real keyboard, but I spent 10 years on laptops and I'm not used to this new big, newfangled full-sized keyboard yet. I end up with my fingers on the wrong keys to start. Bauman Maid said, I went back to the salon years later and the hairdresser did my hair because nobody else had openings. And I asked him about the man with Tourette's. Dude was still cutting hair but was at a new salon. I was so sad. And yeah, hairdressers do that. Jump around from one salon to another. Drunken Lab said I had the perfect hairdresser, but then she went on maternity leave and never returned. Aww. Yeah, my friend when I worked in the salon was the only person that I ever went to consistently because I just have not ever really been in a habit of having anything done with my hair. Drunken Lab said she was the only one, knew exactly what I wanted and did it perfectly. Yeah, it's cool if you can, develop a relationship with a stylist. It's like, developing a relationship with a massage therapist. I've known a lot of people who just, bounce around and they want to try out all the different massage therapists. But boy, if you just stick with the same person and they get to know you and get to know your body and what you need, that can be amazing. Like my acupuncturist, I've been seeing her for 2 years. And, yeah, she knows me. And it's a good thing. Bum Mates said, the guy that did my hair that time said he had left a few years before that, and I wasn't the first one to ask after him, though I was apparently the most awkward about it. Drunken Lab said, if you want to feel awkward, be like me and ask if they can wash with your own shampoo conditioner since I don't use sulfates or silicones. Yeah, and I have to be careful about scented products, because if I were to go into a salon and they washed my hair with products that are scented with anything other than real essential oils, I could be looking at a migraine or asthma or just being knocked on my ass for a week. It's not worth it. excuse me, I've been known to take my own massage oil to to a massage if I don't know what they use. Bob and Maid said 90% of my shower time is done with a 4-year-old accompaniment. If they offer to wash my hair and take the time to dry it, I just might move in for the kid-free time. Yeah. Drunken Lab said, knowing my luck, my package will arrive at 6 p.m. tonight instead of this morning. That's what's been happening here. Or like the tracking will say, that it'll be here by 9 o'clock tonight. And then at 9:10, you get a new message that says it'll be here tomorrow. It's like, what the hell? And then we've also had them say they've been delivered and then show up on the porch like 3 days later or a week later. It's like, what the hell, people? These are these. They're the driftwoods. So they're wood, but they're coated with an epoxy resin. They're very nice. I love them. And this is the the interchangeable shorts. So all the cables are shorter too. They're meant for things like, hats and sleeves and stuff. And I love that. Whoops. I love them very, very much. Sorry, I don't mean to make you guys car sick. I love them very, very, very much. Mama Maid said, so far USPS has been pretty straightforward with tracking stuff, with the exception of the pack I sent to Walter. My problem with the USPS over the last couple of years has been if I take it to the post office and hand it to them, it gets scanned in for tracking. If I print the postage and drop it here in town at the little, they call it a community post office. It's not a real post office. They contract with the post office. They can accept your packages. They can sell you stamps, and they have post office boxes, but they can't weigh anything or sell you, package postage. So if I hand it to them, or if I put it in the blue box with the postage printed on it, it doesn't ever get scanned in, and it just, the whole time it's en route, the tracking says that it's, waiting to be picked up or something stupid like that. And then even after it's been delivered, most of the time, it never has been updated. It drives me crazy. Drunken Lab said, ooh, pretty. And then said, I ordered the Knit Pro Zing interchangeable set. A lot of people really like the Zings. I have not had the chance to try them yet. Veggie said, there they are. Yes, there they are again. Along with the new size 1 47-inch that I'll probably, trip over and break my neck or something. Choke myself with. Bauman Maid said, a proprietary treatment. She says, I have Zing DPNs. I almost always take it into the office. I rarely send things, though. Yeah, but see, for me, the post office is in another town. So, it's very inconvenient to have to take it there so that I know that, they're going to actually scan the damn thing. Mama Maid says, moving to next facility. And Veggie said, "Ooh, ah, I really like, I really like the driftwoods. I don't love the double points. Um, they have, they're like the wood on both ends, but then right in the middle, they've got a little plastic band that has the size printed on it, and it catches on the edges of that. The yarn catches a little bit on the edges." Mama Maid said it took 2 weeks for Walter to get his spindles. I could have driven it to him and been home before they got there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Fiber Maid said, "Power is back. Yay." I'm so excited. It's so frustrating. When I had that one night. One night I was just starting to stream, and the power went out. Our power hardly ever goes out, and the power went out. And I'm like, well, rats. And then I'm like, oh, wait. I can Discord on my phone. I could at least let let people know, why I disappeared. Bob and Maid said, "We moved here, and the first time I went to send a package, I had to stop and ask how to get to the post office. We had lived here at least 6 months, and I didn't need it until then." Yeah, my husband always buys stamps. So the only time I ever go to the post office is if I'm shipping something. But a lot of the grocery stores sell books of stamps at the cash register, so you don't even really need to go for that. And actually, I think that's probably where he gets stamps, because I know he doesn't go over there by where the post office is very often. There used to be a post office in this town, but they closed it a couple of years before we moved here. That would have been convenient because it would have been a block and a half away. Get an idea of where I'm at here. So we're about there. Bob and Mate said, "Before moving here, the post office was a block from where I worked. So I would hit the post office to send stuff and then go to work. Made it really easy." Yeah. Yeah, when we lived in our apartment in the little town where the post office is, I think it was like, let's see, like 6 blocks. Bob and Maid said, "It looks like a hat." Yes, it does. Oh, hey, it's break time. Okay, let's take about a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back, and then we'll have a little less than an hour left. So I will turn off the mic and put on the BRB screen, obviously not in that order, and I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. And I'm back. And I don't know why it is so tempting to click the end stream button instead of turning the mic back on. They really should not have those so close together. Okay, so what have y'all been up to? Veggie said 7 years ago. Let's see, what happened 7 years ago? Well, that would have been 4 years. Fourscore is 20 years, right? So that would have been 4 years before I moved here. So 1996. Fibermaid said, I'm going to bed. Richard has a business trip tomorrow and I have to drop him off at work at 5:30. I mean, I have to get the kiddo up at that time too. Oh, man. Alrighty. Well, maybe we'll see you around tomorrow. Because, if I can catch Bauman Maid, you'll probably be there, right? So good night, Fiber Mage. Bauman Maid said, ouch on getting the tiny human up early. That's always rough. Yeah. don't touch the little red button. Exactly. It's so hard. And I have done it twice. So accidentally ended the stream and had to hurry up and try to get back on before everybody said, where'd she go? And left. Drunken Lab said, gonna lurk for a bit while I scroll through Ravelry patterns. Alrighty. I have not done that in a while. I have got so many patterns in my library that, someday I'm gonna knit. Someday. Okay, so we've got about 45 minutes. Let's see how much I can crank out. I don't think I'm going to get done. I will probably finish this over the weekend, though, and we'll start something else on Sunday. Veggie said, oh, I missed the return. You didn't miss too much. The end stream button, Veggie. It is way too close to the microphone mute button. And it's sometimes coming back from break, it's like, wait, not that one. And I don't know why. They're just too close together. I just glanced at the Streamlabs spam and thought it said Boring Cat. Boring Cat now has a Discord server. Because, everything she does is so tedious. But my maid said, my dog thinks she's royalty tonight. What's she doing? He says she's balled up on a kind of velvety red pillow. All she needs is a little crown. When the first couple of years, I worked Run Fair. I was working in, I think I was 3 years or 4 years. Some friends had a hair braiding booth. Actually, my friend whose salon I worked in, she and another woman had a hair braiding booth at the Michigan Run Fair. And we sold hair adornments, and which were beaded and had a little, you'd use a little orthodontic elastic to put it in your hair, and it hung down in your hair and looked pretty and whatever. So anyway, my friend's friend had this little dog. He was some sort of a terrier, and she had made a ruff for him, a neck ruff for him, and he would sit perched on this little stool with his neck ruff on, looking so regal. It was hilarious. He got tips. It was very cool. And Mama Maid said, this suits me exactly. Veggie bows to 2 bits. Your Highness. And my mate said, I still need to get her to smile on stream. Well, good night, Her Heart Crafts. Been drawing but not finished yet. Alrighty. Well, sleep well, get good rest, and we'll see you later. Mama Maid said her smiles look like the most horrifying snarl ever, but she's done it since she was a puppy. Wow. Veggie says, oh no, almost out of tuft woolens. What are tuft woolens? Veggie says it's a brand that makes wool wash and hand balms and stuff. Oh no. I have not heard of that brand. I'm gonna turn, speaking of allergies that we were talking about earlier, I turn the essential oil diffuser on. I'm still here for about another half an hour. Ashley says, I don't really feel any better, but I want to knit, so I'm back, lol. I'm noticing that some of the colors of the Kramer Perfection seem to be softer than others. Hmm. Hmm. And there's everybody welcoming Ashley back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. It's very weird. Okay, there is a link to Tuft Woolens. Nice. Which leads me to ask, when I get my web shop up and running, should I put lotion bars and soap and stuff on there? Veggie says, I really love their balms. Yeah. Well, and working with yarn and fibery stuff sucks all the moisture out of your hands. Ashley said, I feel re-welcomed. Well, you are. Mama Maid asks, why do the children never stay in bed when put there? Because they're children? And she says, yes, you should. Okay, I'll have to make some stuff. Veggie asks, did you padlock them in? Just kidding, just kidding. Mama Maid said I had to use the off-brand duct tape. That'll do it, Veggie says. Or you could sew one side of Velcro on their pajamas and put the other side of the Velcro on the mattress. And also, just kidding. Ashley says, got up from the couch to grab my computer and Tango took my seat. Well, Tango, what are you doing? Give your mom her seat back. Thank you for the follow. Hiren Kim. Hydrate. Okay. Veggie says no. Y'all feel free to remind me about my posture too. I should put those all in the point thing. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, you're supposed to be over there. That's better. Posture, thank you. Oh man, stretch is a good thing. Thank you, you guys. So, I don't remember if I said, well, I think I had mentioned that somebody sent me a bottle of ashwagandha through Amazon, and I have no idea who, because there was no packing slip or anything, no gift notice. But anyway, I've been meaning to try it for a long time because it's recommended for a lot of the things I need to deal with. So I've been taking that for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, I think. And the other thing that kept being recommended to me that I kept thinking and then just not getting around to was golden paste, which is, if you're not familiar with golden paste, it's eat another Oreo. I don't have any Oreos. And they would have to be gluten-free, and gluten-free Oreos suck bad. I just need to bake some of my own cookies. But that's dangerous. So golden paste is made with turmeric. And you take like half a cup of turmeric and a cup of water, and you boil it. Bring it to a boil and stirring it for like 5 to 7 minutes. Or no, 7 to 10 minutes anyway, till it gets thick. And then you add like 3 tablespoons of finely cracked black pepper and like 1/3 of a cup of coconut oil. Mama made said homemade Oreos rock. I have not ever made. Do you have a recipe? Because I'd probably like that better anyway. So then, you stir, the coconut oil melts in, and you stir it all together to keep it in the fridge. And the instructions also, and it's for a lot of things, but one of the things that I've always heard the most about is inflammation. And over the course of probably the last year or so, my acupuncturist and I have come to the conclusion that almost everything for me comes down to inflammation, either is caused by inflammation or inflammation is a result of it or whatever, but there's inflammation. So I finally, a few days ago, made some golden paste, and the instructions are like, start with 1/4 teaspoon twice a day and work your way up. I'm like, I like turmeric. I like Indian food. So I started right out with like a teaspoon, and I'm just mixing it in my food. But you can make golden milk, which is just basically hot milk with golden paste in it. Bama Maid said, Brave Tart did the American snack recipes, but my sister-in-law has my book. Veggie says golden milk latte. Well, I've thought about that because I drink lattes a lot. I'm just trying to decide, what I think about turmeric and black pepper in my coffee. But I'm sure I will try it. But what I was going to say is today was the 3rd day. And one of the things that I've noticed over the years is when I am not doing well, my posture is horrible. I slump. And there's just nothing I can do about it. When I'm feeling better, my posture, my shoulders come back and I stand up straighter. And I noticed today when I was walking down to the Weaver's cabin that my posture was better. And I was like, And then I thought, you know what? My knees have been hurting a lot. And today my knees were significantly better. So we will see. I will continue, and we'll see if it's the golden paste or if it's just because the weather changed. Could be the weather change. But so it's really good for inflammation. It's supposed to be very helpful for the immune system. And we had housemate will from time to time in the winter make golden milk, for all of us. Just to, hoping to keep any of the winter bugs at bay. We did fire cider last winter. No, winter before I made fire cider because everybody was talking about how good fire cider is for, keeping away colds and flu and stuff in the winter. Oh, I could not gag it down. But I used all the recipes I had come across called for apple cider vinegar, and I don't like vinegar to begin with. Apple cider vinegar is the only thing worse than apple cider vinegar is malt vinegar. It's like I don't even want to be in the same building with an open bottle of malt vinegar. So anyway, I had used cider vinegar, and I got the real stuff with the mother in the bottom of it and everything, and I couldn't gag it down. So housemate used all of that, but then we made another batch with a slightly different recipe that I got from a friend of mine who's a biology professor who's studying to be a naturopathic doctor. and she said she had to come up with a recipe because she had the same thing. She couldn't get it down, and she used white distilled vinegar and modified the ingredients a little bit, and that it worked better. So we tried that, and that worked better. Bama Maid said, "Woo, sock tightened up in the leg. I'm counting this as a win." All right. So we're going to do all this stuff and see if I can't keep myself alive this winter. Because, people are getting lazy about masks and things. People have battle fatigue. They're ready to be done with it, whether it's ready to be done with us or not. So you guys all keep yourselves safe. Bauman Maid said, "I also think the bulb markers for my row counting should be a fashion statement." Ah, are those the little ones that look like a safety pin, but they're shaped like a little bulb? I like those. Every time I've ever bought spinning fiber from Hip Strings, she's always got one of those attached to the tag. So I have a few of them hanging around here somewhere. I don't remember if it was here quite a long time ago or on somebody else's stream. We were talking about those and found a bunch of sources on Amazon that you could get like a bazillion for not very much money. Because they're kind of expensive, like at Joann's or whatever. Veggie said, "I thought about putting those on a necklace." Bama Maid said, "And I have a line of them up the front of my foot right now." Veggie said, "Or like a charm bracelet deal." Yeah, you could put beads on them and stuff. Bama Maid said, "I have tons of them." Yeah, I've probably got 5 or 6. I think I have them on one of my Amazon lists so that hopefully I'll remember to order some at one point or another. Bauman Maid said, "Amazon is the best place to get them. Everywhere else charges too much." Okay, what color do you like? I think all the ones I have are silver. Though I might get brass. I always like to get brass pins when I buy safety pins. I think they remind me of my grandma. Bama Maid said, "I like stitch markers." Me too. And I used to have just tons and tons. I had like 3 or 4 like Altoid tins full of stitch markers. And now I have one Altoid tin with like 6 in it. It's like, where have they all gone? Bama Maid Light says, "I like all the colors. I don't discriminate." So do you buy like a package that is multicolored? Or do you just buy packages of different colors? Just, I'm checking out my options here. Bama Maid said, "And even if they come in a box, I'm going to throw them in various bags and pouches so it's random what color I get." Yeah. And she says, "I buy the multicolored pack that has a lot of them for dirt cheap." Well, you know what? If you felt inclined at all to post the link to that in Discord, that'd be cool. I should make a thread or whatever you call them in Discord where we could post links to, like knitting and whatever fibery gadgets that we like. Like those little safety pin bulb stitch marker things. And she said like 500 to 1,000 for less than $10 cheap. Yeah. Yeah, and I kept looking at those. Like I'd go when I'd be at Joann's, I'd look at those sewing clips that you use instead of pins, to hold your seams together. And they were always so expensive. And then I happened to look on Amazon and got like a bazillion of them for really cheap. I like this hat. This would go with my winter coat. Oh, okay. Close enough. Oh, wow. 1,200 pieces in all the colors. And some little safety pins in addition. Looks like. Cool. Okay, that goes on the wish list. My mate said a search for bulb stitch markers brings up a ton. Roll and Go says, such insomnia. What time do you usually stay up to? Me? Well, I have to get up in the morning the next 3 days to go to work. But on days I don't have to set an alarm for anything, lately I've been seeing the sky get light in the mornings before I get to sleep. So it depends. It's very rare for me to ever go to bed before midnight. I often try to be in bed by 4, but that hasn't been working lately. Because if I stream until 3, and then I putter, and then I have to get something to eat, and I don't want to go to bed right after I've eaten, and then I putter around and I catch up on email and that sort of thing. And so 5 or 6 has become, since I've started streaming, 5 or 6 a.m. on streaming nights has become pretty common. Except I can't do that on Thursday night. Because I have to, my alarm goes off at 9 on Friday and Saturday morning. So that I have time to get a shower and feed the chickens and stuff before I go to work. Bob and Maid said they go to the same place as bobby pins and socks lost in the dryer. Yeah. And I'm sure my cat probably steals them too. My cat particularly likes Diz's, although since I took the neck cord off of this one, which is supposed to be a pendant as well as a Diz, you can tell Diz fleece that still has a little lanolin in it. This is my favorite Diz. But he used to have a cord so you could wear it as a pendant, and my cat would steal it, so I took the cord off. And now it mostly stays where I put it, so then it's a matter of remembering where I put it. A friend of mine found them on Etsy one year and gifted them to several of us for Christmas. And I wish I knew who the seller was or if she's even still on Etsy. Good morning, Robin. You're catching us right at the tail end today, because tonight is my short stream of the week. Unfortunately, I have to work in the morning. So how are you doing this morning? I don't know if my camera is crooked or if okay, I'm going to move the camera. It's like, is the camera crooked or is my keyboard crooked? I think it's the camera, but I'm not sure. Robin says 7:55 in the morning. Yeah, it's 1:55 a.m. where I am. Robin says, I am great, just got up. So you are about 5 hours. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you're about 5 hours ahead of me. And Robin said, I counted my Lego Pirates figure collection. 2,314. Wow. Wow, that's a lot of figures. when my nephews were little. And well, first when my first nephew was little, I was like, I'm going to get him Legos for Christmas, and my brother-in-law said, no, you're not. Because I don't want to step on him. But then, by the time he had a little brother, and they were, I don't know, they were elementary school age. And I'd been, they had Legos by then. I'm like, okay, what Legos do they want? And my sister would always be like, just get them the little packages of the little guys. They always want more of the little guys. So I'd get them the little generic Lego people. Veggie says, looks at my one Lego Batmobile. I used to have, wow, I wonder whatever happened to that. It was this little, it was like a little wizard's workshop, and it opened up, and it had the little Gandalf guy, and it had all of his magical paraphernalia. It was so cool. I've probably had 2 or 3 breakups since then, and moved who knows how many times. But boy, yeah, I haven't seen that in many, many, many years. Now I might have to start looking for it on eBay or something. Robin said, I made a refresh picture and video too. The last one was in 2019. Only 2,000 figures. So how long have you been collecting them? Baba Maid said, I get my nephew's Tupperware type cups. Think the Go soup containers full of random Lego pieces each year for Christmas. Or the flat boards to build on. That's a good idea too. When I used to manage a video store, and back in the children's section, we had this little, it was like a coffee table, but the top of it was like Duplo board, stuff. And then it had these net bags hanging off of the ends with the blocks in them, to keep the little kids busy while mom's looking for the movies. And it would get so gross. Every once in a while, I'd have to take a toothbrush to it, spick and span and a toothbrush. Robin said, when I was in middle school, so as a kid. Wow. Mama Maid said, mall Lego store sells by weight, and it's awesome. I don't get them each a cup, just 1 cup between them. I'm surprised my brother hasn't called a ceasefire on the Legos. Veggie says, oh, my nephews would never want to leave those tables. Have any of you guys ever been to the Mall of America in Minneapolis? They have a Lego store. Oh, my God. And it's all full of Lego tables, and you can sit for as long as you want and build stuff. It's cool. It's very cool. It's like, get me an order of cheese curds, and I'm going to go build Legos. Y'all go shop. Have a good time. Come find me here when you're done. Of course, that was more than 20 years ago, but I would assume they still have a Lego store in the Mall of America. Okay, you guys. It's time. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I want to stay up all night like usual and not set an alarm. And feed the chickens at like 2 in the afternoon or 4 as the case may be. I'm not sure the chickens like that very much. But they got a treat today though. I had fried up some eggs for them. Because I think I said the other night, if we're getting more eggs than we're using, If we're getting more eggs than we're using, I take the oldest ones and fry them up for the hens. Robin said, and when you end the live, a raid will come in. Yeah, last night, what did I get? Like 3 raids in the last 10 minutes? That was crazy. So, okay. You will always have the replay. Yep. So do you guys want to raid tonight? Or you just want to wander off? I'll take a look and see if there's... Oh, looks like there's a lot of people on. Is anybody doing anything crafty? That's the question. Squish Beans is doing dragon diamond painting. Camilla Scarlet is doing her usual cross stitch, making a My Hero Academia keychain. Ishirna is doing glass art, like lamp work over a torch work. She's pretty cool. Donut King is on. I think some of y'all like Donut King. While Grandma is playing WoW. While Grandma 78. Any of that sound interesting? Robin said, I'm sad that in YouTube there's no raid function. Ha. Alrighty. If nobody makes a suggestion, then I'm just gonna end the stream because I gotta go to bed. I can't hang out in a raid tonight. But I'll raid for y'all. I'll raid and run for y'all if there's somebody you want to see. Oh, that's a cool emote, Robin. I like that. Oh, Donut King. Donut King positive energy. Roland says, I like crafting. Bumma Maid said, I'm up for whatever. I'm doing one more round and heading to bed. Roland says, I think you should go to sleep. Robin says, don't. Well, why don't we just go ahead and raid Donut King? And then I'll just raid and run. Okay, so Donut King TV. And anybody that wants to come along can. I'm not going to be able to stay, but that's okay. Whoops. I keep making it, I keep hitting the shift, and then I get a question mark. Donut King TV. Okay. See if that works. And I will not be streaming tomorrow night or Saturday night. I'll be back Sunday night, about 11 p.m. Eastern time in the U.S. And I may see some of you around over the weekend. I'm going to try to catch. Bauman made plans to do some dyeing on stream tomorrow afternoon. So I'm going to catch her, see if I can catch her and anybody else I can find over the weekend and hang out. So, but other than that, I'll see y'all Sunday night if you're here.
Thank you very much, Snoring Cow. Snoring Cat by... Hang on, I'm gonna get this. Snoring, I just learned how to read right before learning how to stream. So give me just 1 second. Snoring Cat. Sound it out, DK. Alright, we gotta do some fritters. Oh my god. But again, someone anonymous gifted us up to Snoring Cat something. Let me read it. Hang on. Anonymous gifted a sub to Snorri. I love you, Anonymous. You're so good to me. You're so welcoming to Raiders. Oh my god, Faith. That is too many bits. I wish you would say, how many bits total is that for you, Faith? That's a lot of bits today. Another 1,000 bits. Gifting an emote to 25 people in the community. Fuck yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for that, Faith. And I apologize for the cuss words. Wild Rose, I especially apologize to you for the cuss words. I hope Joe's not watching. Joe, if you are watching, do not cuss unless people give you a lot of money. Then you can pretty much say whatever you want. I'm such a bad influence.